Hey everybody, it's James from Wealthquest. Hey, this week I want to talk about something that seems like should be just really natural, this idea of setting financial goals. You know, clearly in the financial industry, this is the topic, right? This is what we spend all of our time on. But I actually think we do a pretty bad job at diving into the deeper conversation that needs to happen. You know, most of the time when we think about financial goals, we talk about what age do you want to retire, or how much of your college education for your kids do you want to pay for? All these things that are just kind of numbers out in the future that are really hard to grab and really hard to get emotionally connected to. And so what I want to do is actually challenge us to frame that conversation a little differently. Instead of thinking when I'm 65, if you're 45 or 55 right now, start thinking about when you're 45 or when you're 55 today. What does it look like over the next 12 months for you to feel like you were successful? Personally, professionally, what would you have to say looking back 12 months from now you were really happy with? What are the experiences you want to share as a family? 12 months from now, what do you want to look back and say, I'm really glad we invested our time together in sharing these experiences? And what's the impact that you hope to make? What are the things you want to look back and say, I'm really glad I left my thumbprint on that cause, on that opportunity to give myself away to something that mattered to me? If we frame our conversation in those three areas, success, shared experience, and impact, then we can start to expand that view into 3 to 5 years from now, 5 to 10 years from now, and beyond. And what we'll find as we ask those same three questions in those different timelines is themes are going to rise up. It's going to be pretty obvious that what we're most excited about and what we're most compelled by pretty much stays true throughout all those different timelines. And so then the conversation around our financial goals can be rooted in making sure we're always attached to those three ideas. This is what I think of when I think of success. This is what I want to experience in my life, and these are the ways I want to impact the world. That is what grounds us in making sure that the goals that we set are something we actually want to chase after. So I'd encourage you this weekend to spend some time thinking about those three ideas. We're going to talk more about that on the podcast. And if you haven't subscribed to the podcast, make sure you click the link below and get into this conversation. We're so excited to continue to try to change the conversation about money. So if there are other ideas that you have for us, don't hesitate to send us an email or leave us comments in the comments section. We want to be talking about what you want to talk about. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.